Hi you guys. So a few years ago I made a video showing you how I make a healing salve and lip balm. Here's one of the containers that's left. I use these Altoid tin containers. I do have more of these, but I'm all out of my lip balm, so I'm going to make some more that I can put into my little lip balm, my little lipsticky things. Between the last time I did it was in 2019, and now I read a couple of articles about red raspberry seed oil. This is not essential oil. This is red raspberry seed oil, pure cold pressed. Is supposed to have some SPF skin protection in here. And I thought, well, that was very cool. We need SPF on our lips, so I'm going to add it to my batch of lip moisturizer this time. Of course, after I got this, but before this video, I started doing a lot more research on it. I'm going to attach some articles for you. Yes, indeed, red raspberry seed oil does contain SPF, but you would have to have a lot of this on your lips or your skin to give you any kind of real SPF protection. Like a quarter teaspoon would have to be on your skin, you know, and stay there to offer you like 30 SPF. So I figured I'll go ahead and add it in here, and I just won't count on it as being an SPF. I should have some zinc oxide to add into this potion, but I don't, so I'll see how it goes, and if I need to, I'll remelt and add zinc oxide later, which is, remember the white stuff people used to put on their noses at the beach? That's zinc oxide. Or you put on a sunscreen that's got a physical barrier and it's kind of white and it doesn't really soak in, that zinc oxide. All right, so I've got two different kinds of beeswax. This is my base that I use for all my salves. I use 33% beeswax. This is my own beeswax. I use about 33% coconut oil and a 33% shea butter. This is shea butter I've had for quite a while. I whipped this and put it into some containers, but I don't have any raw. This is raw whipped shea butter, so I'm going to go ahead and just melt this down and use it up in my sunscreen. Of course, I've got my crappy old crock pot. If you're looking for a cheap-ass Christmas gift or holiday gift for somebody, buy them a used crock pot if they're a crafter or soap maker or salve maker or herbalist, tincture maker. They will love you for it. I got this for 10 bucks at the Goodwill, and it works just great, and it has the lift-out ceramic, which is my favorite. All right, I've got it on high right now, so now I'm going to weigh out how much of the shea butter I have, because that's my limiting factor, and then I will put in an equal amount of coconut oil and an equal amount of grated beeswax. And then I will look through my arsenal of essential oils and see what else I want to add. Kiwi lemon, there's citronella, for that makes a good bee or a bug repellent, eucalyptus, antioxidants, vitamin E for preserving, bergamot for beautiful smells, peppermint, antibacterial, rosemary the same, tea tree, antifungal, antibacterial, as is the oregano here. I mean, there's just so much of this stuff, and some of it's just for, you know, smelling good. So anyway, I'm going to get started. I'm going to put this all in there to melt down, and then I'll start concocting. And I said 33, 33, and 33. Obviously, my essential oils are going to be more than 1%, maybe 5%, but most of it is just these three things. Okay, goodbye. All right, you guys, it's been a good hour, and I turned the crock pot after things started to get heat up. I turned it down to low, so it's been on low for a while. Everything in here is melted. What I want to do was take, I guess you'd say, a test batch, I want to allow some to cool down, and I can see how much wax and how much oil it has. Is it going to be the right texture for our lip balm? So I'm just going to go ahead and pull some out, put it in this metal bowl, let it cool to room temperature, because I want it to be solid at room temperature. And we'll leave the rest of this just on to stay warm, and we'll see if we need to add more wax or more oil. All right, so I popped this actually into the fridge for a minute. Of course, I touched it right there before it was cold. I like that it melts right away. It feels like it's going to be okay. It is pretty hard. There's a lot of wax in there, but you know what? That doesn't bother me so much. So I'm going to add a few of these oils over here. So like the red raspberry seed oil for sure. I think I want to add some vitamin E as a preservative, and it's good for the skin. Let's see, tea tree, no. Bergamot, no. Peppermint, oh, that might be kind of fun. Kiwi cucumber, citronella, eucalyptus. Let's see what this kiwi cucumber smells like. It's got a nice fresh scent. So I think I'm going to add these three. So some kiwi, cucumber, vitamin E, and red raspberry. And this is not an essential oil. This is red raspberry cold pressed seed oil. These are, well, it's vitamin E, and this is an essential oil. Although I think it's chemically made. It's made in a lab. It's not actually kiwi and cucumbers. The one thing I want to just caution you about when you're working with oils and heat is that if this was over a flame or hotter than low on a crock pot, you would want to know what the flash point of this is. That means at what temperature, oh, there's not much in there, this oil will flame, vapor will flame up. Let's pretend this was gasoline, right? If I was doing this, you might be like, it's gas, you know, it could go off, and it certainly could if it was gas. So you want to know what the flash point is, but for this such a low temperature, I'm not worried about it. If you were working over live heat, you would want to know. All right. All right, so now I'm going to put in a significant amount of this. And I gotta open that up. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is let this kind of settle out. I'm gonna turn the heat off, and then I'm going to make up one lip balm, and I will let the rest of this just kind of cool and be by itself till tomorrow. And then tonight, while the lip balm hardens, I'll just check in on it from time to time and just kind of see what it feels like, see if I think it's keeping a good temperature, etc., etc., etc. So this goes back in to remelt. So let me get my stuff set up. All right, so these are really cute. They come just empty with a little cap, goes over the top. I go ahead and fill it in through here, and then, you know, it's just a regular lip balm container, so not hard at all. I think the hardest part is getting a tiny little funnel. Let's do that. So I've got this set up in here with a kind of a little funnel here. Each one of these takes hardly any fluid. Not even two of these MRE spoonfuls. And I'm going to go ahead, I've got this turned off. I'm going to go ahead and let this cool down a little bit. Now what's going to happen with this is it's going to cool from the outside in, right? So it's going to become concave. So we may need just to top it off a little bit as it cools. But I'm just going to leave it out here and not jostle it and just try to let it be. And as it cools, I might need to add some to it, or I'll just let it all the way cool, and then we'll just kind of flatten it out by getting it warm, the top of it, like on my lip or something, and seeing how it goes. But for now, we're just going to leave that.